Ladies and gentlemen, friends and future billionaires, thank you. Really, thank you. You could have been scrolling endlessly on Instagram, refreshing TikTok for the 50th time today, or sitting somewhere complaining that life is unfair while holding a half-eaten donut. But instead, you're here choosing to invest in yourself. And let me tell you, that already places you in the top 10% of people. Most people say they want success, but what they really want is comfort. They want money without movement, recognition without repetition, and victory without vulnerability. But not you. You are here to grow, to push, to learn, and I respect that deeply. Now let me begin by being completely honest with you. I was never the smartest person in any room. Not in school, not in meetings, and certainly not when I started Alibaba. I failed my university entrance exam 3 times. Yes, 3. My friends passed, my neighbors passed, even my dog looked more employable than me. I applied to 30 companies for a job rejected by all, including KFC. Yes, KFC. They hired 24 people out of 25 applicants. Guess who they rejected? Me. I tried to become a police officer. They said, you are not qualified. I applied to Harvard 10 times. They said no every single time. I was like, wow, you guys are consistent. But you know what I did? I didn't stop. I failed. I cried. I got up and I tried again. I didn't blame the world. I blamed my limitations and then I trained them. I learned, failed, learned again, and failed better each time. So when I tell you today, with full confidence, you can learn a new skill, I'm not selling you a dream. I'm sharing with you my story, and it means you can do it too. People always ask me, Jack, how do I know if I'm talented at coding, marketing, or public speaking? I tell them, who cares? Forget talent. Talent is overrated. Babies are born with talent. But have you ever seen a baby code Python? No. Skill is something you develop by doing. Curiosity is the real engine. If you're curious, your brain stays young, and a young brain learns fast. Curiosity is when your brain says, what is this? And your heart says, let's find out. I became curious about English when I was 12. So what did I do? I woke up at 5 a.m. every morning and cycled to a hotel to talk to tourists for free. My parents thought I was crazy, but I learned English not from books, but from practice. So step 1, don't wait for talent. Just start with curiosity and follow it like a GPS. A lot of people say, Jack, I didn't go to university, I didn't study this. And I say, good. That means your brain isn't polluted by too many PowerPoint slides. Listen, in today's world, information is not locked in a university library. It's on YouTube, Coursera, Google, TikTok, even ChatGPT, my new competitor friend. But the question is not what you can learn. The question is, will you? Because learning a new skill is not about intelligence. It's about discipline. You don't need a PhD to wake up at 6 a.m. and learn for 1 hour before work. You don't need a master's degree to watch 10 videos on design or copywriting or video editing. You need discipline to say, no Netflix, I will give 1 hour to my future. When I started Alibaba, we were not in a fancy office. We didn't have polished shoes, elegant suits, or cutting-edge technology. No. We worked out of my tiny apartment in Hangzhou. The space was so cramped that if someone stood up, 2 others had to sit down. Our internet was slow, our computers were secondhand, and our lighting was so bad it looked like we were broadcasting from a haunted house. Honestly, if you watched our first video pitch, you'd think we were selling secondhand dumplings, not building a tech empire. But guess what? We started. That's the most important thing. Too many people are waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. They think, I'll start when I get a better phone, or I need a new laptop first, or let me first buy the course with the certificate, the workbook, and the gold-plated mousepad. Stop. That's not preparation. That's procrastination wearing expensive cologne. If you want to learn graphic design, don't wait until you get Photoshop and a $2,000 MacBook. Start with Canva. It's free and effective. If you want to learn programming, start with simple HTML tutorials. Don't wait to buy 5 programming books and matching glasses. Perfection is a clever liar. It makes you believe you need more before you begin. But the truth is, starting ugly is where real learning lives. Your first design will look like a kindergarten art project. Your first video will sound like it was recorded underwater. And your first website will probably only be visited by your mom. That's okay. That's how it should be. Repeat this with me now. Start ugly, start small, but start. Because if you wait until it's perfect, you've already waited too long. People say it takes 10,000 hours to master a skill. And then they sit back, grab popcorn and say, see, That's why I can't start. It's too much. That's nonsense. We don't need mastery. We need progress. It takes just 20 hours to become good enough to use a new skill practically. That's 40 minutes per day for 30 days. One episode of your favorite show. That's all it takes. Learn 50 words of a new language, play 10 songs on the guitar, edit a video, create a small website. Don't aim to be the best in the world. Aim to be better than the version of you yesterday. Let me tell you a big secret one that separates the dreamers from the doers, the wishful thinkers from the consistent winners. Most people quit not because they're incapable, but because they chase the end result and forget to respect the process. They say, I want to play piano like Beethoven. Sounds beautiful, right? But then after 1 week, when their fingers are sore, their notes sound like a dying cat, and their progress isn't trending on TikTok, they throw the keyboard under the bed and say, this is stupid. You see, learning any new skill is like going to the gym. The first day, you sweat like a pig, and your body reminds you that you're no athlete. The second day, your muscles scream like you owe them money. The third day, your brain begins to whisper, we can just skip today, and tomorrow, and forever. But if you push through that awkward, painful beginning, something magical happens. You start finding rhythm. You stop hating the repetition. In fact, the repetition becomes comforting. It becomes addictive. It becomes your new normal. That's why I always say, fall in love with the routine, not just the reward. If your only motivation is the shiny medal or applause at the end, you will burn out before you even see the results. But if you learn to enjoy the daily grind, the quiet hours of practice, the small wins, the subtle improvements, then you've already won. Because success is not a sudden event. It's not a lottery ticket or one viral moment. It's a habit, a quiet, persistent habit that builds you into someone powerful. And when you love the process, not even your mother shouting, go do real work, can stop you. Here's something funny. When I was learning English, I didn't have grammar books. So I taught kids in my village what I learned from tourists. And guess what? I learned twice. Why? Because when you teach, your brain works harder. You don't just consume, you process, you explain, you simplify. Want to master a new skill fast? Learn it, explain it, teach it. Start a YouTube channel. Start a blog. Teach your dog if nobody listens. But teach. The moment you explain something, you own it. Now here's the hard truth. You want to learn a new skill? You need to lose some people. Not everyone wants you to grow. Some friends are like mosquitoes. They suck your energy and buzz negativity. They say, why are you learning that? You're too old. You think you're better than us? Let me tell you, yes, you are. You are better than the old version of you. You are climbing and they are lounging. Don't let their laziness poison your progress. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, not comfort you. You will fail, I guarantee it. You will forget passwords, delete files, write terrible code, play the wrong piano keys, or post cringe videos online. Good. Failure is tuition, but instead of paying with money, you pay with ego. Failure is your friend wearing tough love. It says, nice try, now adjust. So fail fast, but fix faster. Laugh at your mistakes. Celebrate progress. And remind yourself, even Google was once a bad idea in a garage. When I learn something new, I ask, can I explain this to my grandmother? If yes, I've understood it. If not, I'm just pretending. We call this the stupid test. If it sounds smart, but you can't use it, it's useless. Learn simple. Apply fast. Don't get stuck trying to be Einstein. Focus on how to use the skill. Can you use that Excel formula at work? Can you sell with that sales script? Can you cook that YouTube recipe without burning the kitchen? If yes, you're winning. Learning a skill should not be like a New Year's resolution, strong in January, dead in February. It should be a lifestyle. Make learning part of your routine. 1 video every morning. 10 minutes of practice at lunch. 1 book per month. Reflect every weekend. What did I learn this week? Turn your smartphone into a university, not a distraction. Netflix can wait. Your future cannot. In China, people love certificates. If you show them a skill, they say, where is your certificate? I say, my certificate is in my results. Don't just collect online badges, build real projects. Learn coding, build a website, learn video editing, make a 60-second short film. Learn marketing, sell your friends' socks online. People don't care how much you've learned until they see what you've done. Your project is your proof. Feedback is how you grow, but feedback is also how some people try to break your spirit. Ask feedback from people who do, not just those who talk. Your lazy cousin who never built anything, ignore him. Your friend who is 2 steps ahead of you, listen carefully. Learn to separate critics from mentors. Critics judge, mentors guide. The future belongs to people who are multi-skilled. Don't be just a writer. Be a writer who understands SEO. Don't be just a photographer. Be one who knows how to edit, market, and sell online. Don't be just funny. Be funny and rich. Stack skills. Combine them like Lego blocks. The more skills you stack, the less replaceable you become. Every skill is like a seed. You plant it, water it. Nothing happens for weeks. Then one day it grows. Same with skills. One day you wake up, and that thing that was hard becomes natural. Your hands move smoothly. Your thoughts come faster. Your confidence soars, and the world looks at you and says, wow, you're talented. And you smile because you know it wasn't talent, it was work. My friends, learning a new skill is not a luxury, it's a survival tool. The world is moving fast. AI, automation, remote jobs, global competition. If you're not learning, you're lagging. But here's the good news. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need a rich uncle. You don't need a big break. You just need yourself, your curiosity, your discipline, your belief. So today I ask you, what skill will you learn? Will you stay the same person next year? Or will you be someone even you won't recognize? Make the decision. Because skills change people, and people change the world. Thank you very much.